Hello, and welcome to Magic and Mysticism, the podcast, starring Tommy Burnett, where each week, he talks with different mystery performers, from all around the world. Today's guest is Kevin Peel. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Please allow me to introduce our host, Mr. Tommy Burnett.
Hello and welcome to season 3, episode 1 of Magic and Mysticism, the podcast. I am your host, Tommy Burnett, New York City's favorite mind reader, coming to you live from where else? New York City. Now you're either watching, you're either watching this live from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. And wherever you are watching from, I'm very glad you're here. And, I'm very excited about today's guest. And I know I say that all the time, but I really mean it every single time. And today is no different. Today's guest is a good friend of mine who I met while doing an open mic out of the UK that he actually runs and produces and performs in. And as a result, I met people from the Sussex Magic Circle and became a member of their local magic club. And I guess it's been almost a year now, or close to it. And it's been a real thrill to get to know those people, and especially our guest today. So let me bring him on, and please help me welcome the very magical Kevin Peel. Kevin, how are you today?
Hey, Tommy. Hi there, mate. Hi, lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too as well. And we already have some comments coming in. Roy says, evening from the old Tim, both down down in the pit. And let me put it up here. Live viewer coming. Oh, no, that's not good. Evening from the old Tim Bath down pit, Roy. Mike is watching.
Hi, Micah.
Hello, Micah. And I'm not quite sure who this is. Let me put the show on my phone here.
Micah is saying, hey, Andy Russell, so it's probably Andy.
It's probably Andy Russell, yeah. Hi, Andy. How are you, my friend? And Robert is here. Rabina is here as well.
Hey,
and
Robin.
Yay, Kevin's the show. So that's
Hey,
great.
Robin.
That's great. We have a great little show beginning here. First of all, thank you, Kevin, for helping me open up season 3.
Okay.
It's been a real roller coaster ride from when I first started the show, and I'm happy to have you here. So let's dive right in. What got you into magic in the first place?
Right, okay. So I'm not sure which came first of these two. It's a sort of chicken and egg thing. It was either the hospital or David Nixon on TV. Now, I think it was because I used to love watching David Nixon on the old black and white TV back when I was very little. And then I went to hospital to have my tonsils out, which doesn't happen anymore. People just get left there now. They don't. So I've got bits of me missing, which I, but while I was in hospital, and even now, if you went to have your tonsils out, you'd be sort of a day surgery job. Then you sort of went into hospital and you got pampered and etc. And we're in for a couple of days. And I got given a magic kit by my dad.
Yes.
And so it was either because I was interested in David Nixon and he gave it to me, or he gave it to me on the off chance and I got interested in David Nixon. One of the two. But we always used to watch the David Nixon show. So that was sort of my early days. And I had a look through all my old stuff earlier today, because I wanted to find the one trick that was in that magic kit that I have somewhere, which was the little mini cups and balls.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the thing I did relentlessly to anybody who would watch. Oh no, he pulled out the cups and balls again. But that was my favorite out of that. And and then at school, I got known as the sort of magician. And little funny story. Well, a little story anyway. Last year during lockdown, I decided to swapping tonsils from magic into the fair trade. Yeah, yeah, very.
That was Anthony Johnstone, by the way. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. It's funny.
Anthony. Where was I? Swapping tonsils. Yeah, so last year during lockdown, I decided to try and contact all my old friends from that old school, my first school. And I managed to get hold of several of them. And one of them, who was a really good friend at school, and he sort of remembered a lot of stuff that I'd even forgotten. And he said, "Have you still got that trick with the cup and the ball?" Now, this is a different cup and ball. He said the cup and the ball and the hammer, which is that, which I dug out and said, yes. I sent him a photograph and he said, that's it, that's the one. So it's the old, that everybody have seen sort of plastic versions or even wooden versions of this. But this one's got a nice gavel as well to make the ball disappear. So
that's very cool.
So from all that time ago, he remembered this trick, which is amazing. He also had some other stories that were best forgotten, but
that is so cool.
Where was I in my notes? Yes, wooden cup and hammer story. Okay, then later on, as I got older, there was Paul Daniels and Tommy Cooper were my sort of heroes of magic at the time. I used to love the Paul Daniels show.
Yeah.
And then in the 70s, I joined the Sussex Magic Circle. That's one of their previous locations. They're in it's actually the capital of Sussex, capital town of Sussex, called Lewes, but it's only a very, very tiny town. The main city is Brighton, but Lewes is the sort of the judicial, the sort of capital, as it were, of Sussex, of East Sussex, not just Sussex, East Sussex. And we were in a little church hall there, and I joined. That's where I joined the Sussex Magic Circle. Then, after a few years, work more or less took over, and I dropped magic and dropped out of it, and rejoined in 2006, and have been a member ever since.
Wow!
So that's my little backstory for you, Tommy.
That's very nice. So I unfortunately never knew about Paul Daniels until much later in life, mostly because I grew up in America. But I can certainly understand being influenced by him. He was an amazing magician, and one of my
Tommy, unfortunately, that issue with your microphone is occurring again.
All right, I'm just gonna unplug. Can you hear me now? Yeah, all right. So I'm just gonna unplug.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think it must be a short in my wire. But so thank you for letting me know. Anyway, what I was saying is really not that important.
Oh my God! Unfortunately, it's still doing it. I think it's maybe a streaming thing. But, let's just battle through. It'll come back. Shall we try again?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Ah, there we go. That's
Okay.
it. It's back.
So Andy Russell said I need to get a book called My Magic Life by Paul Daniels. And I will.
Yep.
I will. Thank you,
Yeah,
Andy.
that's actually on my bedside table at the moment. It's one I got recently, so I'm reading that.
Very cool.
It's
Yeah.
excellent little book. Yeah. Excellent book.
Yeah. It's funny. The other day, you might have been there. I was in a massive group, and somehow we get talking about doing billiard balls up close, and the only person I ever saw do that was Paul Daniels on TV. He did multiplying billiard balls like this close to the camera, and it was amazing. Yeah.
He was a very good magician. Actually, I have a Paul Daniels story which wouldn't make much to American viewers, but to the UK people, this was he started off on what was then back in the 70s, the early 70s, the club circuit.
Okay.
Magicians used to go around cabaret clubs and things and do their bit, and that's where he learned his craft, and the working men's club up north, and then the cabaret bars down south. And I worked in one in Brighton. I did the sound and the lighting in a cabaret bar in Brighton, and he was on the circuit, so we used to get him every couple of months, and he did his electric chair routine, which if you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I have seen it. It's great.
Yeah, and he I used to see that every night, and I never sussed. I now know what he was doing, but I never sussed it at the time.
Wow.
And the participants in that never said a word afterwards.
Wow.
But it was fantastic. And on the last time he came to the club, he said there was a few of us who used to go and chat with him afterwards. We'd show a few little bits of close-up magic, and we'd have a little natter, etc. And the last time he came to the club, he said, "Oh, I've got a little thing on TV coming up. I think it's going to do quite well." And that was it. He exploded onto the UK scene after that.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So my next question I kind of got from Howard Hamburg, not necessarily for you, but he gave it to me for him, and I really liked it. So I'm going to ask you the same thing. What is your goal in magic?
Oh dear. Well, try not to sound pretentious here, Tommy.
Right?
I mean, I just enjoy doing magic. I want to be the best that I can be, but entertain as many people as possible, and then spread the word about magic and give back something to the magic community, and which I'm trying to do with the open mic nights, which is
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I mean, I started out as a magician, mainly doing. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Tommy. I've got your list of things in the order you want to talk to them, but I've shifted a few things.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let me just get it. Okay.
Hi, Ghana.
Goals in magic. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, the goals. I mean, I started off as a general dog's body magician. Sort of close up and cards and stuff like that. But then about 4 or 5 years ago, I sort of shifted towards mentalism and mind reading,
Right.
which is your genre as well.
Mm-hmm.
and the more sort of mystical side of things and the weird stuff.
Right.
And I recently, I've been collecting tarot cards for a long time, but I recently sort of joined a group and started learning how to work with tarot and how to do readings, etc. And found that I had a sort of knack for that, a hidden talent that I didn't know I had. So I'm enjoying doing that now. So it's good fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Donna Cagello's here. I don't know. She's probably here with what's his name?
Oh.
I love you, Drew. I love you, Drew.
Yeah, I Drew. It's called almost have been rehearsed, Tommy.
It's funny. It's funny. Anthony goes, Drew.
Drew him out.
And Donna says, what's his name is working. What would you like to convey through your magic?
Oh God, that's not on the list, Tommy. Coming up with off the cuff questions, and I'm going to answer them off the cuff as well. So, what do I wish to convey? I mean, to be honest, I'm not trying to be anything, weird and wonderful. I just want to entertain.
Right.
I have sort of two sides. I've got my mind reading side, which is which I really enjoy, but I'll also do restaurant work and weddings and stuff like that. And then you've got to be, so they are two different characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, Envy has a question for you. What is your favorite magic act and why?
Now is that
a
magic act that I have seen?
Yeah, I'm assuming somebody else's. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be terribly predictable. Oh dear. I think Paul Daniels' chop cup routine, which is just sublime. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's the best chop cup routine I think ever, and I'm not sure it'll ever be topped.
Yeah.
And then your side of the pond, we've got David Copperfield flying, which is a lovely routine.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite on this side of the pond. Every time I see it, I get tears in my eyes when I see it. And pretty much anything Paul Daniels did left me in awe.
And there's a connection between Paul Daniels and David Copperfield, of course. Was Paul Daniels did a terrific trick on his TV show here, where he had a camera trick with a camera. So he had a big box on the stage, and then one of the camera operators wheeled his camera into the box.
Oh yeah.
And they closed the box up, and then the camera was pointing through a hole in the side. So Paul Daniels walked to the side of the box, and the camera was hoisted up, all the cables draping out of the box, and the camera, and you kept that vision of him out of the side of the box, and then the box just fell apart, and the cable dropped to the ground, and there was nothing there, and the camera went.
Right.
And I believe David Copperfield bought the rights to that off Paul Daniels.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot about that. So, what is your process in developing a magical effect?
Right. Okay. Well, I can't lay claim to any originality. I'm not an inventor. I'm not a Nicholas Mavrasis or
All right.
or a genius like that. I like, but I like if I find something that I like, I try my best to put my own spin on it, and sometimes I'll take two different effects and try and merge them into one to make something unique. But I've never really sort of invented anything of my own. One day maybe.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, just about everything has been done. And if you don't know about it, it's probably hidden in a book somewhere.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I was talking with Howard Hamburg the other day, and he claims that Guy Vernon came up with the phrase, "If you want to hide a secret, put it in a book." But I've
Tommy, I'm not sure if it's my earbuds or your mic, so I'm just going to swap to my speaker from the earbuds. Bear with me.
Mhm. Well, if anybody out there, if you're watching, just let me know if you can hear me okay. Because if you can, then it's Kevin and not me.
Yeah. Okay, so I've just in case it's the earbuds playing up, I'll move
Yeah,
the speaker.
yeah, they all say I sound fine. So
Yeah, you're sounding fine on the speakers as well.
right,
They probably
right.
need charging.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, terrific. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. Thank you,
Cool.
thank you, and thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was plan B was to use the earbuds because then it's right in my head, like hear everything clearly, and all went to hell in a handcart.
Andy, this is Andy. Andy says that. Um, yeah, well,
I'll respond to that on private messaging, Andy.
yeah, mine are even cheaper, Kevin, because mine won't even connect. So, hi Ella, you can see you, Ella.
Oh,
Hey,
hello, Ella.
Roy, so pound.
Yeah. Thank you. It's lovely to have friends, isn't it?
I know, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I gotta say, this is the most people watching in a while, so
That's good.
it says something about you. So, because it's certainly not because of me.
Sorry.
Well, it's not because if it was about me, it would happen. It would happen every week, and it doesn't. Because, you know, um, who said that?
Who's that one? Who's that one? Yeah.
Oh, that was Anthony. It was Anthony.
Actually, yeah. I should have guessed actually.
And Andy said he got some Wish.
No, Andy, they didn't come from Wish, was they actually arrived.
There you go. There you go.
Where were we in the? Yeah.
And fine.
Yeah. Anything, yeah.
It's
All
funny.
right. Yeah.
Michael says you owe him $20.
And that's yes, that's what he has to pay Alison Hannigan. So.
I will be. Well, first of all, you have to have you have to have a wife to text me. And don't feel bad because I don't have one either. Okay, so back to the show.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips or ideas on making your magic more theatrical?
Right. Okay. Well, there's a couple of things there. I think I'm going to sound again more pretentious. I'm trying not to, but I really think that magic should be done as a performance, not as a trick. If you're just doing tricks, what the heck? It's not. I think everything should be performed and give your all to it, not just say, "Oh, and it's gone." It's there is dare I say it, there is a lot of rubbish magic on YouTube where people just do the trick rather than bringing something to it. He says, looking down at his notes. Also, you need to make it a bit more personal. So it's nice to get the person that you're doing the magic to involved. The price is going up.
Yeah, that was
Yeah. So try and get people involved. Get some sort of emotional contact with people. Obviously, if you're performing to a crowd, that's not always possible. But if it is a crowd, then get as many people involved. I mean, the master of that is Darren Brown. He has everybody standing up and sitting down and clapping and doing stuff, and so you've got to keep engaged with everybody as much as possible.
Yeah.
Roy will go in my book.
Roy wants to know if you'll be performing one of his copyrighted effects.
I will do something at the end, but again, it's not mine. But it won't be one of Roy's. No, I know what he's getting at there. Sorry, I know what Roy's getting at there. Yes, of course. I've been chatting recently, and he's given me some nice ideas, which I have stolen immediately and used on your show.
Yeah.
You're right.
Where is your favorite place you've ever performed?
This is going to sound weird, actually, because it was about a year before COVID, and I got the opportunity to work for an outdoor beer festival in Eastbourne, which is another town down the coast from us, and it was a 2-day event. And I was hired just to go around and entertain people when the band wasn't on, or the bands weren't on, and where people weren't falling over with too much beer from the beer tent. But it was actually great fun, and people were incredibly well behaved for a beer festival. I was a bit concerned. I thought maybe people are going to have too much, but they didn't, and it was great fun. And it was lovely weather, and it was all outdoors. And it was indoors and outdoors, but there were tents as well, and it was great. I think that was my most enjoyable event that I've ever worked at.
Nice. And follow-up question: do you have any of your favorite highlights of your career or your favorite accomplishments?
Well, I think that was it. And of course, the last year, with doing all the virtual events and meeting so many, I would never have met you, Tommy,
Right.
if we hadn't been doing virtual stuff. And I've met so many people. Too many to mention. We've got a few of them on the And even if Drew's not there, Donna is. So, and Micah, of course. who's obviously way out of our league now. Now he's been on Penn and Teller. So
yeah, I know, yeah. And he's so close back. He's so close, no matter how famous he gets.
Yeah.
And no matter how much money he makes. It's so close. It's amazing. Guys, keep your comments polite. Come on. I'm not putting that one up.
I can see them as well, Tommy.
Yeah, I know you can see them. Andy says I met Kevin through the Magic Circle's apprentices, and he has become a great personal friend. It's very nice. Yeah.
Great load of people in the apprentices group at the moment. With
yes. And Andy is a really great guy, really great musician, and I've seen him grow and improve over the last year, and it's really great to see. Micah says, at school, Allison talking about Allison Hannigan, and thanks for the shout out. It's a pleasure and honor to open for you both. That is Andy. Thank you, man. Check us in the post.
We love you, Andy.
Yeah, we do.
A great friend, and a great help as well.
Yeah. Also a big supporter of your open mic and my Tuesday myself, and also the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the generosity of people that I've met through. I mean, a special mention to Roy, to Andy, to Micah, to you, to Drew for the amount of events in the SAM groups that I've met. Oh, it's just amazing.
Jeffrey Clark. I met Kevin via online, and he is an awesome person. I'm so lucky to have met him with concert with the open mic magic, and now SAM UK representative for the International Assembly. Shows how much respect he gets. Well, he gets some respect. No, that's a good point. I think I don't think you get many envoys from the UK. I'm not sure.
I have to be a little bit pedantic there. It's the England rather than UK, because there are envoys for Scotland, Wales, and Ireland as well. So
right, yeah. Now, are you the only one for England?
No, there are two.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, but it's still a pretty big deal.
Yeah. England's a lot bigger than Wales and Scotland and Ireland. And still only about 1/100th of the size of California.
Yeah. And it says you will get out of magic what you put into it, and you, Kevin, put so much into it, not only for yourself but for others. And I see great things for you.
Thank you.
It's very nice. He doesn't say that about me, but that's what.
Who was that? Because I didn't see the name. It's just saying Facebook user for me.
Yeah, that was Andy. It was Andy.
All right. Thank you, Andy.
And a couple more. Jeffrey Clark. some respect is better than none, and a happy face from Randy. And who was this? I met Kevin online at the Magic Circle. Andrew Surratt. Andrew Surratt. I met Kevin online at the Magic Circle virtual headquarters. Very
Oh, who
nice.
was that one? Who was that one?
It was Andrew Surratt.
Oh, right. Yes, Andrew. Oh, yes. Hi, Andrew. Nice to see that you're here as well. Thank
Yeah,
you.
very nice. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Well,
Moving
how
on, as they say.
what was that?
Moving on, as they say.
Yeah, as they say, let's keep it moving. I will put up a visual of Kevin as our on here. Anthony sent it to me via Messenger, and I'll see if I can put it up. All right. In the meantime, how has COVID and quarantine affected you as a musician? Yeah, we'll start off with that.
Yeah, I mean, we've covered some of that, but yeah, I mean, when COVID hit, obviously I was doing I had regular work, but when COVID hit, that all dried up, and I started looking around, and I thought, well, someone must be doing some sort of live shows, open mic, something like that. And I looked around; there was nothing happening in the UK, but there were a few in the USA. And I joined one out of Nashville, run by the Nashville Magic Company,
Okay.
which was great fun, and quite a few months. I popped on every week for that, and I thought, well, still nothing here in the UK, and I'm doing these things at 2 a.m. Surely I must be able to set up something. So I spoke to Stuart Harley,
Right.
who's also in the Sussex Magic Circle and a very good friend and a terrific magician.
Yeah.
And also a bit of a techie like me. So I said to him, we should do something. And he said, okay, let's do it. So we started putting it all together, and we launched it, and it worked, and it took off, and been great. So we've been going for nearly a year. Next month is the year, and it just seems to get better and better.
Yeah.
And it's lovely to see people who are regulars, their journey as well, because you can see people improving and coming up with new ideas and getting on a Penn and Teller and
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's been great. Yeah.
All right. No, that is great. Let's see if I can do this for a second here. Right now, I want to show you guys this right here. 1 second. And see if we can make it a little bigger. Yeah, so Anthony wanted me to show you guys.
Oh.
Kevin just recently became the one of the assembly envoys for England for the International Assembly of the Society of American Magicians, and we are all very proud of him. And so
I noticed I was wearing that in that picture, so I'll put that on as well.
yeah. And I don't know if you saw it, but earlier Anthony said that he was glad that you're wearing your pins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the SAM one. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have mine on the shelf. I have mine on the shelf behind it, because I'm afraid if I wear it, I'll lose it. So,
Which it's permanently linked to this thing, which for some reason you guys over the other side call a vest, and we call a waistcoat.
right. Yeah.
They're permanently on there, and that's the three that are there. The three that are there.
Right. And yeah, I usually have mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
about there.
not today. Um. So
Where were we? COVID.
yeah, COVID and kind of easing into how do you feel about performing virtually?
Yeah. I mean, again, I've got some rather sort of I truly believe that if you're going to do this, you need to do it properly. And so spend a bit of time getting a set together, a virtual stage, get your lighting sorted, get decent cameras, and do things so that it looks good. So it doesn't look like you're just, sitting in the lounge and whatever. If you want to do it, if you're doing it just for fun, there's no problem in however you want to do it, at your dining room table or whatever. But if you want to do it and turn it into a professional performance, a professional show, and sell it, then you've got to actually have something that looks. I mean, when I first started, it was pretty pathetic. It didn't look very good at all. And behind there, that was a bookshelf and the wall with some pictures on, and this over here is another cupboard with lots of books and rubbish, and it was all open. It looked pretty naff and tatty, and I slowly sort of started building things up and getting some better lighting in and better cameras. I think that's really important if you're going to make a go of it, because I think the genie is out of the bottle. I mean, people have said this already. The genie's out of the bottle. Virtual shows are not going to go away. Yes, it's great. I want to get back to performing for real people in real life situations, but we've never been able to perform for an audience in Australia or the USA. Yes, so do we, Micah. So do we. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on it. But I mean, everyone's for himself. But I think if you want to do a professional show, then you've got to look the part. And it's I mean, to be honest as well, I mean, if I'm in the part of the virtual show, this is the outfit, and I wear the same outfit, and so you get known for how you look. And it's very funny because the other week I forgot my hat, and the first comments that came in is, "Where's your hat?"
Right. My friend RJ is watching on YouTube, and I don't know if he missed when you talked about this, but he wants to know, how did you come up with your style of performing / character, and is there a story behind it?
No, just evolved. I mean, this is more or less the outfit I wore when I was doing restaurant work. He said I had to wear a black shirt or a black t-shirt, depending if it was summer or winter. And I had a jacket as well because I needed lots of pockets. So this is like a stripped down version of that. And then when I was getting some photos done, which is one of those photos, which is the one that's used by the SAM one with me doing that or whatever, that's when I put this outfit together for those, and I stuck with that because I quite liked it. So there's no great no great story behind it. It's just evolved.
Yeah, and of course, Roy says I perform from a pit shaft.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. And Robin says such a pleasure to work with the international group, and I agree. It's one of my highlights of my week. And yeah, no worries, RJ.
Uh-huh.
Good to see, good to see you, buddy. Um, and RJ is uh, him and his brother Brandon are solely responsible for pushing me back into magic after.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, so you can blame them. You can blame them. Uh, yeah, I took a little hiatus there for a while, and they both said, you know, you're a lot better than you think you are. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Uh, so you can blame them. Um, all right, so yeah, I guess we
Yeah,
answered all.
that's why I said I'd sort of mix things up. Was you asked about COVID and you've asked about the open mic, and they sort of
Yeah,
they more or less came together at the same time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, guilty as charged. Yes. Um, so one of my favorite questions that I like to ask is, how do you make a strong, deep connection with your audience or spectator participant?
Well, when I'm performing for live people in a sort of a restaurant or a parlor situation or something like that, I like to talk directly to people. And for example, in uh, there are different styles of performance. I'm not the sort of wham bam, thank you, ma'am performer. There are people that is their restaurant style. For example, they go to a table, sponge balls, bit of fire, whip, 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 quick, and then they move on. And yeah, people, people are amazed. But I prefer, I prefer to approach a table, sit down if possible. If there's a chair, say, do you mind if I sit with you? Talk to them, find out a little bit about the people, and then get into some magic. So
Yeah.
that's just me. That's my way. But yeah. Horses
Right.
for courses, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. What is one thing you would recommend to someone uh, wanting to enter a career in magic?
Ooh, yeah. Ha, right. Okay. Uh, not in no particular order. Join a magic club. Join a local magic club if you can. Talk to so get involved with your peers in magic, etc. I'm a member of the Sussex Magic Circle. I also, as we've mentioned, joined the SAM, International Assembly Society of American Magicians, which coincidentally is the oldest magic society in the world. It predates the Magic Circle in London by a year or two,
Mhm.
and I think the Magic Castle by quite a few years.
Yeah.
So it is the daddy of all magic societies, and of
Mhm.
course they have with the International Assembly members all over the world. So not
Right.
just the American Association now. Uh, yeah, so join the Magic Society. Meet up with other magicians, jam with other magicians, have fun, just have fun, enjoy your magic. Don't just sit in your room juggling cards and you've got to meet, you've got to evolve and meet. And what was I going to say? Yeah, and of course practice. Yeah, so
Right.
yeah.
Right. That was Anthony, by the way. Um, FAM was founded in 1802 and the
Right,
Magic
yeah.
People in 1905.
I
Thank
was
you.
close, wasn't I?
Yeah, no, you were right. You were right. Yeah. That was for, that was really for anybody watching. That wasn't a any reflection on you.
Oh, no, yeah. I was just making sure I had my facts right.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
thank
no,
you, Anthony.
yeah. 19, not 18.
Not 18, no. Yeah.
Did I say 18? I didn't say 18.
No, I don't think anyone did, but
Yeah. All right.
whatever.
Um,
Did I?
you did, Kevin. No, he didn't.
I think we'll go back over the recording and
Yeah,
get
yeah. We,
Oh, lovely.
that was Micah. That was Micah
Yeah.
saying that. Yeah. Okay, Paul. Okay, Paul. Yeah. I love Paul, but I'm glad he's here today. And if you watch in the future, Paul, I'm talking about somebody else. And, and Anthony says, I got $5 that says he's good. All right. I believe you. Is that Micah or Paul? Lee Jermaine says, is that Micah or Paul? That's funny. Good to see you. Good to see you here, Lee. Kevin, is there anything we haven't covered that you would like to talk about?
Have we got another 5 hours?
Sure.
No, seriously. No, I think I think a couple of little things, maybe just as we mentioned earlier. There's probably nothing much new in magic. A lot of it is in books, and you can find stuff in Animan's books that people are inventing now. And on every second Sunday, I join a fantastic book club run by Drew and his boss.
I got him.
And currently we're doing the Jinx, which we're going to be doing probably for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
There's so much we do. Yeah, I can. We'll get. Yeah. So and it's fascinating that there are things that you discover in these old magazines and old books that just get reinvented, probably several times sometimes as well. So I know not everybody likes reading, but books are great. There's so much in books.
Yeah.
And then if you find something in the book that you need further exploration, then get a video about that particular effect or whatever. But there's so much depth in a book that you just can't convey in a download.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see if I can pull this up. Anthony also wanted me to share this picture over here. Because not too long ago, December 11th, there was a gala show. Sorry, the picture is a little pixelated because I didn't have time to get a better picture. But if you can see down here, Kevin was one of the featured performers. There's Anthony right there. There's Dr. Likey and my friend Karina Fenton and I think J. Scott Berry is up there, Metal Perry. Um, um, Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see it, but I think you can see it um, on
There is a catch up of it, yeah, somewhere.
Theatrical. Yeah, so maybe Anthony, Anthony can put up the links for me. But yeah, um, we're all very proud of you, Kevin. Um, we've got, I've known you for about a year, and in a year you've not only became the close-up musician of the year
Oh, yeah. Sussex Magic Circle, yeah.
Theatrical, but you've also gotten a few accolades over the last year, and including becoming the one of the envoys for the
Yeah.
International Assembly, and that's pretty cool. The link is, okay. The link is on our assembly page. Too bad you can't pull up a poster of the gala. Yeah, yeah. If I had thought about it, I would have done it. But, next time I'll be more um, on the ball. I've had a really busy week, and I apologize. I should have done better. I'm sorry. um, Kevin, would you perform something for us before we say goodnight?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
No, I missed that. Sorry, Tommy.
Would you perform something
Oh,
for us?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
never perform. Yeah, why not? Yeah, no. I just mentioned somebody put their Catelli about his work at the Sussex Magic Circle. Well, I mean, I'm on the committee, on the council, and I'm the treasurer. So all the subs go into a bank account, and then I can get a holiday in the Bahamas. So. Yes. Okay. So, Tommy.
Oh, that was Roy. That was Roy after that. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So, let's just make sure the technology works with. Oh dear, no. Oh goodness me. Need to cancel that. Sorry, I've got things on my Stream Deck that link with different things in the.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah. Tommy. I mean, do you believe in luck or destiny?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So, I mean, if we had a coin and there's one, we need that. So, if we had a coin and tossed it, well, whatever, it's 50-50 chance every time it comes down. So, I'm going to do something with you with a little bit more permutations, and let's just see if things are lucky or predestined.
Okay.
So, here's some of my business cards.
Yeah.
And what I've done, Tommy, is I've written something on the back of 3 of these just for you for tonight. It's nothing creepy, nothing sinister.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to check these are the right ones. Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3 business cards. The rest have nothing on the back, because if they had something on the back of those as well, that would not really be what I'm trying to aim at.
All right.
Tommy, I'm just going to mix these up like this and scramble them up and then lay them out again. Didn't need to do that, but at least I don't even know what order they're in now.
Okay.
Do you want to choose one of those?
Yeah. How about the one on your far left?
So my left or your left?
No, your left.
My left. That one there?
Yes.
Okay. So that one is the one you're going to take.
Okay.
We'll just take these away for a minute.
Okay.
So, Tommy, are you sure? I'm going to give you one chance now to swap that with one of these two that you didn't want?
No, thank you. That's fine. That's what I want.
Absolutely, you're sure that's the one you're going to take?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Now,
Yeah.
normally when I do this, I'm the other side of the table to somebody, and I would say, Tommy, pick that up and put it in your pocket.
Right.
But we can't do that because we're 2,500 miles away and we're over Zoom. So
Right.
just for you tonight, Tommy, I have created a virtual pocket.
Aw.
Yeah. So we're going to take your card and stick it in our virtual pocket.
Okay.
Like that. Okay.
Yep.
And then we'll continue our little game that we were playing. So the last two that you didn't want.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're back. Yeah. So my computer's decided
Yeah.
to do a backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just going to mix these around, and you just say when to stop. Just say stop, Tommy, and I will stop whenever you want me to.
Stop. Yep.
Okay. So did all of that feel fair?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I didn't think
No, because
Yeah.
I knew exactly, because it was all predestined. I knew exactly what you were going to do, Tommy. I
Yeah.
knew that you would stop me with that one right next to my right hand.
Yes.
I knew that you would stop me with that one next to my left hand. And even though I gave you the choice of swapping this one, I knew that that was the one that you were going to stick in the pocket.
Very nice.
All right.
Very nice. How
That's
about
it,
that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't matter how far or how close you are. Kevin Peele is the man. Kevin Peele is the man. Thank you, my friend. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Tommy. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been great fun. And thanks for everybody who's been sticking stuff in the chat there and who joined us. Right? That's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, Lee, Jermaine, Robin, Roy, Micah, Andy, RJ, and Anthony,
Andrew.
and Andrew, Andrew, Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yes,
Robin as well. Robin was there.
yeah, I think you said Robin, but yes, Robin, Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey was there. Hi there. Good day, Jeffrey.
Good guy, Jeff. And we got some comments coming in. We got Bravo from Leeds of Maine. We got Bravo, Kevin. Well done, thank you for doing this. From Markham, and I'm reporting as well. RJ Corvo. RJ Corvo is a wonderful mentalist, by the way, out of New Sacramento in California. And I miss you, buddy. So, if Kevin, if you can wait for a minute until the end of the show, so we can have a post-show mini conversation. And everybody, Kevin Peele. And
Tommy, why don't you mention who's on next week?
I'm about to.
Yeah.
But I usually do that when I'm on here all by myself.
Ah, right. Uh-huh.
Well, bye. No, no, you can stay on. You can stay on. Yeah. So I'm really excited for next week. If you've never heard of this person, you need to leave magic and never come back. My guest next week is the infamous Howard Hamburg, and if you don't know that name, definitely look it up. He is one of the best card magicians in the world, and I am so privileged and honored that he agreed to be on the show. And Kevin knows him A lot of the people from the open mic know him, and um, again, a great privilege and honor to have Howard. Yes, Howard is
Yeah,
awesome.
it's awesome.
Howard
Absolutely.
is awesome. Yeah. Howard Lester is absolutely superb. Yes. He will be, um, it will be a little bit different next week because next week will be on Zoom instead of StreamYard. In fact, this may be the last episode on StreamYard because I've been having difficulties with it, and other people have too. So we're going to be moving to a Zoom format, but you guys will still be able to watch and comment. I was going to have to watch it on my phone for comments. Um, but so you'll still be able to comment, and occasionally, if people want to come on and be in the show temporarily, you can do that as well. So, yay on Zoom, and yeah, I know, Anthony. I know you're really happy about that. Uh, yeah, I'm actually doing that mostly on Anthony's advisement. So yes, thank you, Anthony. And having said that, um, I will see you next week. So remember, the magic is inside you and not your props. Thanks again, Kevin.